Right, welcome on the channel podcast. I've got Logan from United States of America. They are hosting the World Cup. Logan, how do you see your first match in the tournament so far?
Absolutely buzzing about it. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Pochettino's style of play was just so pure on the field. I mean, he scored 4 goals off of it. Flo Balogun did a great job too. Oh, it was just absolutely beautiful.
Would you say you met maybe an opposition that's not quite good in the shapes of Paraguay? It's been a long time we've seen in the World Cup since 2010 or so.
Yeah, it's certainly difficult to, I suppose, quantify that win because, like you said, they haven't been there in a long time. But I think that earlier in the year we got a result that was a 2-1 victory over them. And so they exceeded my expectations still for what they were going to do, even against a team like Paraguay.
Well, maybe let's talk about the style of play, how you play it, maybe deep in midfield, the likes of Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, likes of Serginho Dest, Florian Balogun, Christian Pulisic.
Yeah,
Like, how do you rate the performance in terms of the chemistry, the telepathy, how the teamwork was quite good in that day?
I thought it flowed quite nicely, and I think someone who you didn't mention who was a great piece to that was Malik Tillman
Okay,
for
Malik Tillman, yeah,
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen, yeah.
He looked like he could do no wrong. You could see the confidence in the players. Christian Pulisic was taking people down the wing all the time. Same with Dest. Like, they just seemed like so confident on the ball, and like they always knew where each other were at any given time.
It seems you're likely to top the group.
I think so. I do think so. I know I'm biased because I'm American, but I really do think so.
Like the general impression so far with regards to the tournament so far, the big boys scoring Lionel Messi, Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe. I mean, only Cristiano Ronaldo failed to score among the big boys. Luis Diaz, we saw him scoring for Colombia.
Yeah.
And of course, you're going to talk about at least the big boys. So, seen a couple of surprises or so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm a huge supporter of Messi, so I was extremely happy to see him bag a hat trick against Algeria. It was. Um, Luis Diaz played absolutely phenomenally. That was a great game for Colombia and a great game for Diaz. Um, I guess Brazil was a bit of a surprise to me. I get that it was, Brazil's ranked 6th, Morocco's ranked 7th, but I really did still think that Brazil would put everything together, especially because of the huge respect I have for Ancelotti. I thought that it would come together a little better than it did for them.
What about the other surprises that you can talk about? Maybe Spain failed to win the game against
Yeah,
Cape Verde.
yeah, that was unbelievable. I mean, the keeper Vizinha for
Yeah,
Cape Verde played absolutely out of his mind. And one of the bigger upsets, I think, was Australia.
Australia
Australia played a great game
against
against
Turkey.
Turkey. They really did. They looked lightning fast on the counters, and in their low block, there was nothing Turkey could do to get a goal. They had something like 30 shots, and no goal because the keeper played well. He did his part, and the low block worked against them. They were clearly thrown off by it.
So maybe like in the subsequent days to come, maybe how do you see the competition shaping up? Do you see the big guns? Maybe can you predict maybe teams to top the group based on how you see it, or maybe we need to take some time?
The definite ones that I would say I could see top in the group as of right now would be England. I
England,
think England did a bang up job
yeah,
playing. They were just phenomenal.
Hurricane having a brace, Jude Bellingham, and of course Marcus Rashford also
Yeah,
coming from the bench to have a score to put his name on the score sheet.
yeah, they were very well rounded in the fact that they have such a deep bench that they
Okay,
can
yeah.
pull into at any time.
Yeah, England have a lot of players. I mean, even take a look at the players they left home: Cole Palmer, Phil Foden,
Hmm.
likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold. All of them have been left. Even this Morgan Gibbs White, all of them have been left back home. So these are all quality players that, if they were to be in other countries, I mean, they will be playing at the
Yeah,
World Cup.
absolutely,
Mm.
absolutely they would be, and I think it just goes to show the amount of talent that England has. They're going to be a scary team this year. Hopefully, they choke it like they always do. But
They usually be saying the World Cup is coming home. Is it
yeah,
coming home
no,
this
it's
year?
not. It's not coming home. It's coming home to America. That's where it's coming home to. The
Thank
USA.
you, Logan. Okay. Cameroon, he see Cameroon like for the first time in 28 years, we saw
28.
Scotland in the World Cup
Hmm.
since 1998. You've never been at the World Cup.
I've never been alive for us being in the World Cup.
Wow, and that's absolutely incredible.
Mhm.
Watching your country playing in the World Cup for the first time.
Oh, it was great, fantastic. Um, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, I mean,
Yeah, you would talk about the win was quite scrappy. This clearly shows that you were not impressed with the game against Haiti. I remember last week you told me you're going to beat Haiti.
well, I told you we were going to beat them. We did. I still think we're going to win the whole World Cup.
Oh, really?
We'll beat Morocco easily.
Okay.
Brazil, they looked terrible. We'll beat them.
But,
Um, and yeah, I think we'll be progressing to the next round.
but okay, we saw Scott McTominay, Jack McGinn, and then Shanklin. But I believe these are probably your biggest players.
Yeah.
Do you think Morocco is going to fear you?
Oh, absolutely,
Really?
absolutely.
I mean, they have Ashraf Hakimi, Nusaya Mazraoui, like so Brahim Diaz. So
But they've never met the
it's like
likes of Scotland.
they beat you the last time in 1998 when the World Cup was played in France.
This recent cohort have
Okay,
never met the likes of Scotland.
okay. So what it means is you're going to top the group based
Oh,
on what you're
yeah,
saying.
we're top of the group right now,
Okay.
so we'll be remaining there.
Okay. So in this game is against Morocco tomorrow.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. Good luck to
looking.
Scotland.
Thank you very much.
What Jack? See, Jack, Scotland played your World Cup game for the first time since 1998. So how impressed were you with that game against Haiti?
Um, yeah, it was good. Fell asleep at half time. I was absolutely shattered. I'd stayed up all day for it. I hadn't managed to sleep during the day and I didn't want to. So it was good. No, first half, bit edgy at times. Haiti are a good side. We knew that going into the game. It was going to be a tough game. We created chances and luckily enough we managed to take one. Worked very, very hard off the ball that allowed us to create, you know, you put in that work and effort. Sometimes you just need those wee deflections to go for you. So yeah, I was delighted with the
So
performance.
would you say the guys were quite nervous in that game because I mean for all these players, this is the first time playing the World Cup, even though they played in the European Championship some couple of tournaments, but this is the first time they play in the World Cup. Would you say they were nervous?
No, I don't think they would have been nervous. I think going into the game they would have been quite relaxed. At the end of the day, it's just another game you're playing. They've played in big games before. All right, you're at the World Cup, but at the end of the day, it's 11v11. No, I don't think nerves wouldn't have played a part. I think Scotland had a terrific backing from the Tartan Army, which was really nice. There was plenty of fans in the stadium that made noise, which would have spurred the boys on. So no, I don't think it would have been nervous. I think it was more just let's make sure we get the job done. And performance wasn't phenomenal, but you know what? I'd rather play poorly and win than play well and lose.
Okay. So your general impression about the tournament so far, like us, the big boys scoring, likes of Harry Kane, Lionel Messi, the likes of Luis Diaz, Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland. Your your general impression about these big teams.
Um, you expect these teams to go far.
Okay.
I'm not too worried about the teams that Scotland aren't playing. I mean, I'll watch the World Cup, but I'm not going to go out my way to sit and watch random games and games with the big. I'd maybe watch games with the likes of Messi playing and stuff, but I'm not too fussed unless it's Scotland that are playing and keeping an eye on like our group and worrying about ourselves.
Okay.
But yeah,
But like, would you talk about surprises within the competition so far?
Spain, Cape Verde, that
Okay.
was a surprise because I think everyone expected to Spain to absolutely trounce them, and their 40-year-old goalie turned into like Craig Gordon for a match. Other surprises, I think. I don't know. I think Australia Turkey was a surprise. I
Okay.
thought Turkey would have won.
What about Dear Kangal, Portugal?
Yeah, that's a big one. I'm not too happy that Kilmarnock's midfield controller Aaron Tishbola didn't get on. But it's great to see them at the World Cup. But I think Congo are a good side. They've got a good squad there. They've got plenty of players with Premier League experience. They've got some wee Diddy from Hibs, but he got injured, so the rightful place went to Aaron Tishbola. But no, I think Portugal, obviously they've got that, they've got like the whole Diogo Jota thing behind them, and they're trying to win for him, and his family are there watching games. So they've got an emotional side to it as well. But I think it was a good game to watch. I was kind of hoping Croatia would have beaten England last night, but England played well as well. But no, I think Congo have done well. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Congo were around the 32 team.
Quick question. Which position is Scotland going to finish in Group C?
I'm going to say third.
Realistically?
Realistically, third. We can go for third.
Okay.
I'm getting a dirty look from my from my compass over there.
Third, you're going to take a probability of qualification because
I think you win.
You need to.
We've got one win.
You need not to concede much of goals because here's the situation. Some of the countries are having 3 points. Ghana, we had our first 3 points.
Yeah, I think for us the Haiti game was a must win. We've won it. So draw either the Brazil game or the Morocco game, and you can go through.
Yeah, that one. Okay. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.